Welcome back, everybody. Jake Andrews here. How are you doing? I'm back today with a fun song. I hadn't heard this tune in a while, and I just forgot how cool the guitar playing on this song is. I was showing it to a friend of mine earlier, and I thought it'd make a great video lesson for you guys. So I've got a Rock and Roll Heart. This was a great hit of Eric Clapton's. Came out in 1983 on his album called Money and Cigarettes. Great record. This era of Clapton's, I would kind of say, to me, from the mid-70s at least through the mid-80s, he kind of had this super laid-back, understated style with his vocals and with his guitar playing. So very cool sound, but very different from his earlier sound with the Blues Breakers, Cream, Blind Faith, Derek and the Dominoes, and then different from his later 80s sound into the 90s, where he went back to having a more aggressive sound, I would say. This is a very fun track to play. A lot of cool rhythm, very cool syncopated rhythm part, and the lead is really understated but really cool. And I think you're gonna have fun learning this one, so let's hop right in and do it. All right, everybody, here we are. The song is in the key of A, and here's our main bar chord right here. But we're gonna be working with a one finger A chord down here. Just getting those 4 strings. And really basic chords, we have an A, then we're going to D, there's a D, there's an E, and there's an F sharp minor bar chord. So those are the basic chords. There are 2 guitars on this track, and one is acoustic, I believe. It's just doing real basic open chords like that. D, E, and F sharp minor. What Clapton is actually playing on electric is a very rhythmic, syncopated part that's also really sparse, and he's muting it as well. So he's playing like I said, a real sparse part on here. Okay, so we're going to be mostly playing what he's doing. However, I'm taking a little bit of liberty with the song because I'm trying to play everything at once and really fill it out, okay? So this is my take on the song, the way I would play it, my version. All right, so the intro is just this A to an F sharp minor. Now, rather than the full bar chord shape, we'll get this half shape, which is that shape. Okay, it's the F minor shape, so instead of the full right here. And it makes perfect sense because here's our open A, and then we just bring our ring finger over to form the F sharp minor. Okay, so this intro, and we're just talking about rhythm right now at first. Okay? All right, hear that real funky syncopated rhythm I'm doing. Da 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 da. And you notice I'm kind of bouncing on here to get that kind of choppy, muted sound. In other words, it's not a real clean ringing out sound. That's not what we're going for. We're going for that real rhythmic part. Okay, once again. 2, 3, 4. And then the verse starts right there, okay? Now, as far as that little intro lead part, we are in A, and we're playing a little more major pentatonic. So we're up here, really what we would call the B.B. King position, this triangle here. That's what we call the B.B. King box. It's really within this pattern. Okay, so we're there, but then we're sliding into the next pattern as well. It's real simple. So answer it with, and there's your root note right there. All right, real simple. That's all it is. Okay, so now we're into the verse, vocal verse, and although you can kind of hear a quick change to the F sharp minor, I'm just playing through it on the A, which I think he is as well. So we're going on A, and then we're going to a D. Now, you could play an open D, you could play a D bar chord here. I'm getting this inversion here off the D bar chord, so instead of, which is totally fine, I'm getting this inversion. So my ring is up here on the third, and then I'm getting the D chord there. So that's what I'm going to be playing a lot through this song. Check it out. So I'm going. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, that's the basics. Really, there's kind of this quick change at the end there where it goes F sharp minor, E, A. Okay, you saw me play this during the intro, and I'm at first I'm going to get it here. Okay, so I'm getting an F sharp minor here, D bar chord here, E bar chord, I'm sorry, and A. You could certainly also get it right here. So F sharp minor, E. I was getting. All right, so let's back up and play that first part of the verse. see those chords are pushed. Bum, bop, bop, bop. Or, all right, so again. And then we repeat it. Now I'm guessing most of y'all want to play that lead lick there, which is really recognizable, so you wouldn't actually be playing the chords then, or you could alternate playing the chords and then this lick. So what he plays is, which is really genius because that's our F sharp minor, and then we get a E major, and then we're back here, which is the third of A. Okay, you guys probably recognize this, but if not, this is that I'm on the third and first string with this shape, middle and third finger, middle and first finger, back to middle and third finger. And that's very common in blues, soul, country. Now I would recommend kind of hybrid picking it, like where I'm picking the third string and then my middle finger is plucking the first string. But otherwise you could pick it individually, like. Just don't strum it because we're getting those two strings individually. We don't want the second string. All right, so that's the lick. So if you wanted to play the verse chords and then include that lick, it would sound like this. And because we're down here, you probably need to slide up. Now repeat it. Okay, I will also say there are some lead licks going on during that where he's back up in the, in this spot. I'm not really going to play him note for note, but that's where he's playing some licks. Or, okay, now that would be a little tricky to play the rhythm here and do those licks. I'm doing some basic licks around this. Which actually, by the way, he is playing kind of or up here. Kind of between the chords and along with it on the A. Check this out. So that's what I'm. See how I throw it in? And once again, if you wanted to alternate, throw the chords in there, or even, that's a great sounding A right there. All right, so after we do all of that 2 rounds, then we're gonna go back and hold on the D, and back to the A. Back to the D. And then we're going to go to E. We can make that an open E. I like doing the E bar chord here because we're already there for the D. So. Okay, so this is kind of the pre-chorus. Once again, we're coming in on D. and now we're into the chorus, which is very common chord progression, one of the most common chord progressions, especially in older music. It's like the 50s chord progression. 1, 6 minor, 4, 5. That's what we call it. So we're doing an A, F sharp minor, open D, E. Okay, and the way he's playing it. Okay, so we're doing that, 3 rounds? Throw in a lick or two there. 3rd round. And then we go back and hold on the D, and I'm going to take it back up here. Back to E. Okay. And that's where we're to the first. That's kind of a mini solo in between the first and second verse. Okay? So let's go back and repeat that chorus. Right here, we immediately start that kind of in-between solo, okay? A little mini solo, as I said. And he's doing kind of, once again, it's not exactly note for note, but he's like. So he's pulling that off. It's kind of getting that syncopated rhythm, I mean, on the bends, that. And then you can go. Okay. Now he's going to slide into our major box here. What that is, I'm just coming in on this triangle. And take it back the way we came. And now we're right into verse 2. All right, once again, I'm coming out of. Right into verse 2 starts there. And back to the chorus. And now we start the actual solo. All right, so coming in on the solo, we're back in our B.B. King box, our little 3rd position. You can remember that little triangle shape here. And that's my root note, my A, okay? So, once again, Clapton's doing that real kind of light, understated playing on this. So he's really subtle on some of these licks, okay? So, first, this is what he's playing. right, so what's that? I'm coming in on this first string. So you can't really hear, does he go back to that note? We're not really sure, but. Da 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 ba ba. Now we're gonna bend this. And then the second string as well. Now he definitely kind of backs up and slides back into that third string. So. All right, let's play that whole section again. All right, cool. So from here, we're gonna slide all the way up to our high A position. And same two strings, he's gonna slide in on the second string from, what was that, 14, 16, 17 to 19. And then hit the first string there at 17. Now from there, we're backing up to our major box here on the back side of A. So now hop over here on the second string and go. So we're back in this box and I'm playing second string and kind of like pulling the third right there. And then bending it. So now go back into that box on those notes. And we're just bending the heck out of that first string there at 19. Up, 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 down, up, 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 down. All on the first string there. All right, so that's the whole solo. Let's play this. Okay, and so that was the solo, and we come out of the solo straight into this bridge. Very simple, it's just holding on an E chord. I'm gonna get it right here and kind of get some of these. So we've just come out of that's kind of how I've been playing it, just holding on that. If you want to get an E. But I like being able to get that. So. Okay, so like four bars there. And then we are straight into the chorus. So. So that was one more full chorus, just like we've already done. Throw in some of those licks. Right. Okay, and yeah, holding on that E for 2 bars. And then we're just going back to, it's basically the intro chords, just the A to the F sharp minor. So it's going to fade out on those 2 chords there, and he is back here playing licks where we were just playing during the solo. Once again, it's not note for note, but any of these kind of getting that bend there and dropping into the E note. Okay, then he is jumping back up into this box and doing this kind of a country bend. Bend the 3rd string and get the pinky at A. Finally, take it all the way up in your A box. Any of those kind of licks are going to sound great. And he's just doing that over there. And because it fades out, I would just end it on an A. Okay, there you go. Have fun with that, y'all. Okay, everybody, hope you enjoyed that lesson on I've Got a Rock and Roll Heart, Eric Clapton. It's a fun one. This is how I would approach it and play it, just so I can fill out all the parts since I'm doing it simultaneously. So work on this, try playing along with the original track and get all the timing and phrasing correct, and it's going to be a great one. If you liked the video, please give me a like and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. And I will see you cats soon. Adios.